What's up, everybody? Gilders55 here. It's been a while. Well, not a while. It's been a little over a week or two since I've gotten on camera and made a video. But like everybody says, in the TTC, it's because of the off season. You kind of gotta find something to talk about. But there hasn't been much to talk about relating to Vanderbilt or any of my other teams that I support proudly. But I found something to talk about, and I was really looking for something to talk about for a couple of weeks now and get on video and say, but I would have rather just not had to talk about anything if it was going to be something like this. I was sitting, well, I wasn't sitting, I was listening to the radio, and I didn't hear this happen 6 or 7 last night, but I was standing by a radio, and they start talking about Vanderbilt University. I hear Vanderbilt University. I was standing near the radio. I walk over to the radio. They're talking about Vanderbilt University. I'm like, they said it made USA Today and New York Times and all this. I'm thinking, this doesn't sound good. And they said Vanderbilt University football. I was like, what could this be? And I got a little nervous. I didn't really know what it was. And they said 4 Vanderbilt football players dismissed amid sex crimes investigation. And also something else that I heard was that it was in a dormitory. It was inside a dorm, and that 6 other players were under investigation. I don't know if that was false reporting there, because I haven't read anything about 6 other players under investigation. I've just heard that 4 Vanderbilt football players dismissed from the football team and suspended from the university indefinitely, and I think they're in custody right now. And this is just something that's unheard of. You never hear anything of this happen at BU. You never hear anything about it. You hear about it at other universities, other colleges, whatever, but you never hear about it at Vanderbilt. And so, this will not be tolerated at all. And I hate to say it, love Coach Franklin, my hero, man, but he will get in trouble for this, because this has never happened under Bobby Johnson, under Robbie Caldwell. It's just never been heard of that Vanderbilt would have a problem like this. And go ahead and make fun, poke fun all you want. Doesn't matter. But I'll go ahead and read a little bit from USA Today. 4 Vanderbilt football players have been dismissed from the team and placed on interim suspension from the university amid a sex crimes investigation by Metro Police. Vanderbilt announced dismissals and suspensions for violation of team rules this morning. The players were not identified. So I'd like to know the players. Well, it'll probably bust out soon or later, but the radio also did say that these players were not known. So this could be a third-string long snapper, and it wouldn't make that big of a deal. But then again, it's nothing to be proud of. I mean, you may hear about this, not calling anybody out. You may hear about it at Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, Auburn. I don't know. You just don't hear about it at Vanderbilt. You don't hear about these crimes at Vanderbilt in the football team or anything. So this is just honestly a little frustrating, because we've got a big reputation as an institution. You can go ahead and poke fun at that, but you just don't hear about Vanderbilt football players or Vanderbilt athletes getting in trouble like this. And over a sex crimes investigation, come on, you're on the football team. Do you really have to go and sexually assault somebody in their dorm or something? I don't know what it was. You're on the football team, for crying out loud. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't want to know. I want to know who did it, but I don't want to know why. But dismiss them from the university. Definitely don't let them back on the football team. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care who it is. They said names were not that well known, but still, they're part of the football team, and they're dismissed from the football team. They're not coming back. And Coach Franklin will get in trouble for this. Hate it, but that's what it is. And once I find out who the names are of these guys, I might make another video. But this is something to brush away and get ready for the upcoming football season and anchor down in the SEC. It's the road to Atlanta, boys, and that's just it. So this sucks, and I don't understand why they would do this. I don't know. I mean, it's violating team rules. They've been scolded by Franklin and everybody because of this. AD, David Williams, Sean Spencer, they've been scolded because of this. and hopefully they get back on track. And hopefully they're able to return to the university, but they are not coming back on the football team. I think that's pretty obvious. But just look it up if you want to read more about it. It's just my thoughts at the current moment with all the confusion meshing around. So hopefully we'll find out the names of these guys. Then again, they might not release it because we know everybody. You can look up every head coach in the SEC. You can look up their salary and find it out, except Franklin, because we're a private institution. We're allowed to disclose that information. Nobody knows Franklin's salary, and you can look up Spurrier and Butch Jones' salary and all that for every other SEC team. But because we're a private institution, we don't have to. We can keep that disclosed as salary. Like, I don't know the salary. I don't even want to make a guess on it because I don't know. I'm just saying that's pretty much what VU does. They disclose it. It's their decision. So, I mean, hate it, whatever, doesn't matter. This is just really difficult to understand why 4 Vanderbilt football players would do this. But move on. It'll be handled correctly, and I can guarantee you this will not happen again, and this is not tolerated at Vanderbilt University, and Coach Franklin is going to get in some trouble for this. I don't know. Maybe they're new guys that he just recruited. I don't know. It's just really confusing right now. That's all I got. Goaters 55 out. I don't know. It's kind of disappointing, to be honest. But got to move on and get ready to anchor down. What are we, like 68 days away or something? Or less than that, probably. Go Doors.